The Wings family lived in quiet elegance, known not just for wealth but for peace. Till Wings and his wife, Shamel Wings, were blessed with 3 children: Rael Wings, the firstborn, Shasha Wings, the second, and Lahil Wings, the youngest and only son, heir to the Wings name. From the finest nurseries to prestigious universities, the children never lacked anything. Food, clothing, education, everything was provided before a need could even be spoken. Yet what amazed society most was not their privilege, but their character. The children were humble, respectful, disciplined, different. People often whispered, "How can children with everything still behave like this?" The answer lay deeper than money. Have you ever felt like you were at rock bottom, searching for a glimmer of hope in the darkness? Today, I want to share a truly powerful story with you. A story about resilience, faith, and finding light when all seems lost. This is the story of Miranda Wing, the grandmother of our friend Till Wings. Miranda's life wasn't always easy. She grew up in a time of great uncertainty, facing hardships that would test anyone's spirit. There was a period in her life when everything seemed to be falling apart. She lost her home, her sense of security, and the future looked bleak. It was a time filled with anxiety and despair, a heavy burden that she carried every single day. She felt isolated, as if she were navigating a stormy sea, all alone, with no land in sight. Each morning was a struggle, and each night brought little rest. In her darkest hour, when she felt she had nowhere else to turn, Miranda rediscovered her faith. It wasn't a sudden, dramatic miracle, but a quiet, steady flame that began to grow within her. She started to pray, not for her problems to magically disappear, but for the strength to face them. She found solace in the simple act of trusting in something greater than herself. This faith became her anchor, holding her steady amidst the turbulent waves of her life. It was like finding a single, sturdy root in shifting sands, something to hold on to, something that promised stability and life. Slowly, things began to change. Her faith gave her a new perspective. Instead of focusing on what she had lost, she started to see the small blessings around her. The kindness of a neighbor, a warm meal, the beauty of a sunrise. These simple things became sources of immense gratitude. This shift in mindset was transformative. It didn't erase her challenges, but it gave her the courage to confront them one day at a time. She began to see her struggles not as punishments, but as opportunities to grow stronger, to deepen her reliance on her faith. Her newfound hope was contagious. She started sharing her story, not as a tale of woe, but as a testament to the power of belief. She would often say, "When you feel like you're at the very root of the tree, buried in the dark soil, remember that this is where all growth begins." Her words resonated with many who were facing their own battles. She became a beacon of light in her community, offering a listening ear and a shoulder to lean on. She taught others that even when life strips everything away, faith can rebuild you from the ground up, stronger and more resilient than before. Miranda's journey reminds us that our deepest struggles can often lead to our greatest strengths. She found hope not by escaping her reality, but by grounding herself in faith. The legacy of Miranda Wing, the root of the tree, lives on. It's a powerful reminder for all of us. When you feel buried by life's challenges, remember her story. Look for your own root, your own source of strength. Whether it's faith, family, or the unwavering belief in your own resilience, that is where you will find the nourishment to grow, to push through the darkness, and to eventually reach for the sun. Miranda's story teaches us that hope is always within reach, waiting to be rediscovered. Thank you so much for listening to this incredible story. If it touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. See you next time. At just 7 years old, Miranda heard a voice that wasn't one of fear, but of pure love. It whispered, "Your life has purpose." This divine encounter led her to someone who revealed the true essence of Christ, his incredible love, his ultimate sacrifice, and his profound desire for her life. That moment sparked an unquenchable fire within her, a love that mirrored God's own heart. From that day on, Miranda's life transformed. She learned to love deeply, forgive effortlessly, and serve with a selfless spirit. Her unwavering faith became her beautiful legacy. Chapter 4. An inheritance greater than gold. Miranda passed this love to Tillwings. Not wealth, but wisdom. Not status, but spiritual awareness. So when Till became an elite man, he chose not to raise entitled children, but God-conscious ones. He and Shamel disciplined with love, taught humility, and modeled faith daily. Their home was filled with prayer, laughter, and purpose. Rael Wings grew into a graceful leader, wise beyond her years. Shasha followed with warmth and compassion, known for her gentle strength. Both completed their education successfully, married God-fearing spouses, and built homes rooted in Christ. Their lives reflected stability, faith, and service. The Wings' legacy was thriving. But the story was not complete. Lahiel Wings, the heir, was different. Brilliant, creative, and passionate, his heart leaned strongly toward music. While gifted academically, his passion caused internal conflict. He stood at the edge of success, yet felt torn between dreams and direction. This indecision delayed his progress, creating frustration and confusion. What others saw as normal uncertainty, Till and Shamel sensed spiritually. Chapter 7. A battle in the spirit. The parents recognized the signs, not ordinary doubt, but a subtle attempt by the enemy to derail destiny. They entered deep intercession. Night after night, Till and Shamel prayed, fasted, and declared God's will over Lahiel's life. They refused to let confusion steal his future. And heaven responded. Chapter 8. Divine alignment. God began to realign Lahiel's heart. Slowly, clarity replaced confusion. He laid down his personal passion for music and embraced God's prearranged plan. With renewed focus, Lahiel poured himself into his studies. Against all odds, he didn't just graduate, he graduated as a first-class tech engineer, top of his class. Vindication had come. Chapter 10. A generation that knows God. The Wings family stood together. 3 children fulfilled, parents at peace, and a legacy intact. From Miranda's encounter with Jesus to Lahiel's victory over confusion, the story of the Wings was proof that faith outlives wealth, and prayer outlasts delay. They were not just an elite family, they were a chosen generation, distinct, rooted, and aware of God's grace. And the Wings' legacy continued. In Christ,